Hello everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. This is a bit of an odd LP because I'm technically starting it at the end of Final Fantasy XIV's story, but at the beginning of the expansion story.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortan. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man, and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
As you noticed, this story takes place at the tail end of some very dark things. I'm not going to recap the A Realm Reborn story in this LP. You can look for it yourself. In fact, I'll link a story summary if I can find one. And to be honest, most of the story in Final Fantasy XIV I don't care for at all. The story mode from levels 1 to 50, which was the max until this expansion hit, was pretty lackluster. And then afterwards there was a post-50 story, which even though you're still 50, I call it, it's like the endgame story. That became actually much better than the release story was, and that is where the darker things happened. We had regicide, traitors. I'm trying to remember, it was such a complete cluster thing that happened. Our heroes are currently on the run. Let's just say that. But as I said, this Let's Play is not about A Realm Reborn. This Let's Play is about Heavensward. Mostly because I wanted to play it a lot, and I figured it's going to cut time out of recording and all that. So why not just record this? Also, I meant to Let's Play A Realm Reborn, but some things happened and I never got to. So, let's try and make amends by doing Heavensward. I'm sure some people are interested in seeing it. I'm sure the story will be able to go places. And for those wondering, this is post-commentary. This was recorded, that time in the top right is the real time for when I was recording it. So this would have been about half an hour after servers went up, following the maintenance for the expansion.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragon Song War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
I only mention when I recorded this because I recorded it at a time when everyone was sleeping in my house and there were people fairly close to where I was actually recording, so I couldn't just commentate over this episode. The next 3 episodes, which I have already recorded, I recorded the next day, have live commentary. And I'm not going to be reading this dialogue, as you may have noticed. I will be reading all future dialogue during live commentary. The next 3 episodes focus on the 3 new jobs introduced in this expansion, and my plan is, if the episode is going to be focused on a certain job, doing a job quest, which have their own subplots and their own its own self-contained story, the thumbnail for the video will reflect that. So if it's a Dark Knight episode, the thumbnail will be of the Dark Knight or something like it'll be representative, but. For the main story quest, we're going to have its own thumbnail, so you'll be able to follow along if you're just interested in the story. And for a little bit here, I'm just going to be exploring Ishgard, because, as you may have gleaned from the cutscene, Ishgard is a secretive city. It's been cut off from the rest of Eorzea, the main continent, for a very long time. Currently, the Ishgardians are at war with the Dramanians. It's a dragon race. So they've closed their borders to outside help, and that also means they have not helped the rest of Eorzea, that is, the Sultanate city of Ul'dah, which is in the desert region, the Black Shroud containing Redania, which is the foresty area, and Lumza Lominza, the highlandy island nation. These three nations joined together to fight against the Garlean Empire, which their whole deal is to try and subjugate the Eorzea continent, and in general just be dicks. But that's as much of a setup as I can give right now. As I said before, Ishgard is a fairly secretive place, so I know about as much about it as you guys do. I have no idea. But what I think I meant to get into with that whole talk of the area is that Ishgard has not helped the Eorzean Alliance, as it's called, fight against the Garlean Empire pretty much at all. I think they outright refused to send any troops when Garlean, Garlemald, I don't know, when those dudes were attacking. So it's kind of a big deal to be in Ishgard, and it's very, like, you can just tell what kind of city it is from the Temple Knights and all sorts of stuff. In the lore, I believe the Dragoons come from Ishgard, which would make sense, you know, fight fire with fire, gotta kill the dragons by being all dragony. I believe that's how Dragoons work in this game, is they have the blood of the dragon within them. But I am not a Dragoon player, so I wouldn't know, because I've never really done the Dragoon story quest. There is a Dragoon in the main story, though, and he seemed to have had dragon blood within him. And dragon is a pretty relative term. They're not always dragons. Almost always look like dragons, but, I mean, one of them is called Nidhogg. And yes, they mean that Nidhogg. And they're fairly dragon-shaped, but not necessarily dragons. Like, you can fight. They're called Dravanians, I think is what the enemy is called, and they kind of look like dragons, but they're small and short and more closely associated with the T-Rex. Anyways, I'm just exploring right now. We'll be getting into some more cutscenes later on. If you guys don't mind me censoring the chat window in the bottom left there. That's going to be like that for the next 3 episodes, because I completely forgot that you can actually hide the chat window. So yeah. And this is me trying to see if I can suicide. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I was fairly tired, actually. Another reason why I didn't live commentary. And I am, in case you're wondering, I'm recording the PS4 version because my PC is not nearly good enough to play this game in decent settings while also recording it. So PS4 it is. It's a pretty good, decent version. You can plug in PC keyboard and all that, so it's not far removed from the PC. But what I'm doing is I'm attuning to all the Aetheryte shards. The way this works, and thank God it does it this way, because 11 could learn some things, is every Aetheryte shard is a teleport location that can only be teleported to from the city itself. So I can teleport around the city. Once you find all of the Aetheryte shards and attune to all of them, you then get teleports to the entrance to the city from its areas. So once I have all the Aetheryte shards, I can teleport to the entrance we used to come into Ishgard. So it's a quick, like, get around thing.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortemps, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortom, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortom.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders, yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies. Don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
I guess we can go for a quick tour around the city, even though we've kind of already been doing that. But hey, who am I to turn down my benefactors? Is that the right word? Request. Seems like a good idea from the story perspective. Oh god, though. Sorry for having no episode on Friday of anything. What had happened was Thursday night, which is when this came out, technically early Friday morning, because it was Friday at 2 a.m. I recorded this, and then I was fully intending on recording Symphony of the Night the next day, because I didn't think I would have the Heavensward videos ready for that night. When I recorded the 3 upcoming episodes, I used some voices, and I pretty much just ruined my voice for that day. My throat still hurts. This is the day after. This is Saturday I'm recording this. Saturday night. And my voice still hurts. I don't know if it comes through in this audio. I don't know if the voices I used sound as painful to do or as horrible to the ears as it sounded like at the time and felt like. But God. So I'm just happy I didn't lose my voice at all. I didn't lose my voice, like, period. Because that would have been bad. But hey, post-commentary, everything works well. I really love the... I'm just gonna totally tangent here. I really love the music in Ishgard. Like, this theme is just so good. And the theme for the title card I used is the promo theme. I think it was written by Uematsu, but I can't remember. I know he did some special work for Heavensward, but it's called Dragon Song, I believe. I'll link to it in the description. It's real good. You should listen to that too. Man, I'm just staring at my hotbar. We'll get into the combat and the gameplay mechanics of this game later on in the next 3 episodes and in the future. But I'm staring at my hotbar right now, and it's just pissing me off because it's all wrong. I just put abilities in slots just to have the full thing in case I needed to fight in these opening story missions. But it's all wrong, and just, God, I hate it all. I'm very optimistic for the story of Heavensward, though. These story missions that we've done in this video are as far as I've gotten in the main story, but I'm optimistic because, as I said before, the post-game story of A Realm Reborn was actually pretty decent. Like, there's some cool things. They had some cool ideas, even if the execution wasn't great. Like, Final Fantasy XIV, the dialogue is not a strong suit. Storytelling is kind of not a strong suit, but it has some really cool ideas in the plot. So, I am optimistic. And I hope you all are too. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the other things. I had in my head, I had built a list of things I wanted to get out of the way in this episode 0, as it were. I can't remember. Oh, I remember one. Because this is another Let's Play on my plate compared to the billion other Let's Plays I have on this channel already. I'm going to be uploading this. I'm going to bend these rules because I already have 3 episodes uploaded and I want to get them recorded and I want to get them uploaded. I'm going to upload Heavensward on weekends. So probably, let's say, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And otherwise, it's going to be Symphony of the Night videos, unless I have a Mana Khemia or Boktai video to upload. So, Symphony of the Night would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Final Fantasy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, barring any exceptions with Mana Khemia and Boktai, which I should have a Boktai video soon. I'm just waiting for lines from people. Oh, it's going to be so much fun, though. I've been talking with Thera and just Thera, although perhaps some other county line users are involved, maybe, perhaps. Haven't talked to them really. We're going to be recording videos for the County Line Gaming channel as well, I think. I think that's mostly going to be Final Fantasy XI video style, where we just kind of do whatever, grind, go to a dungeon or something, you know. But all Heavensward progress, because I'm the only one out of the people who would be doing those videos who has Heavensward. All Heavensward progress is on this channel. That means the main story. That means job quests. That means, I don't know what. And actually, now that I think about job quests, because Heavensward is the expansion content that takes you from level 50 to the new max of level 60, everything in this expansion is level 50 or higher. And the 3 new jobs start at level 30, meaning that if you see a video for Dark Knight, Astrologian, or Machinist, then those are going to be job quest videos, where we do those specific side stories, because those are under-leveled and I cannot do the story of Heavensward with them. Like, I literally cannot, because I can't turn the quest in. I don't remember if I can accept the quest, but I definitely can't turn it in unless I'm the appropriate level for the quest. So if I'm level 50, or if the quest is level 50 and I'm level 30, I can't turn it in until I'm level 50. Now, my character right now is a level 50 ninja, because ninja is my main role. So I can do all these quests. And I'll be leveling ninja on the side. I'm not going to start the ninja... I'm not going to be doing videos for the ninja side quests, because they're already mostly done. Like, I've done all the levels 1 to 50 quests for ninja. So there's no point in me jumping into that quest halfway through. Unlike Heavensward, which is kind of its own story without just, you know, this big context behind everything. But yeah, Dark Knight, Astrologian, and Machinist will do the job quests for. Ninja I'll do on the side. Ninja will just be there. I'm also thinking of... You can get a good look at my character's design throughout this video, but I'm thinking of changing her appearance into the new race introduced in the expansion, the Aura, or Aura, however you say that. I have 2 competing designs. I'm not really sure which one to go with. There's a male Aura design I have and a female one. I'm thinking I'll go with the female one. I might post those up in the description too, or I might just flash them on screen right now. Not really sure. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll probably change that. As an MMO player, I just like to change my appearance every now and then if I can. This character actually started out as a brunette male way back when I first started playing this game, when it got launched in, what was it, 2013 or something? So that was a while ago. And he used to be a he, now he's a she, so... yeah. And me, like these other guys, I guess, all thought that the marker was leading down here. But nope. It's actually up. I miss my old character's design. The male one. I actually modeled that character design off of what the character RekiWylls was supposed to look like in the story that he comes from that I was writing. And then I changed it to this character design just because I was making the design for a retainer, which is like a NPC that holds your items and can get you stuff. I made a design for my retainer and I really liked it, so I just turned my character into it. I actually have that retainer in my service too, so it's really weird. Like, I summon a retainer who is just me with a different hairstyle. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to change to Aura, just cause. But I'm gonna miss this design. I have the appearance data saved, so if I ever want to change back, I can. But you know, you get attached to character designs after a while. But it's always good for a change. And I speak like I haven't changed my design yet because I haven't. So the next 3 videos, and most likely several videos in the future, past those 3, will be using this design, because I have no idea when I'm going to change to Aura. It does cost real money to do that. If you subscribe to Final Fantasy XIV, because it is a subscription-based game, for I think it's 2 months, you get a free appearance change. And then after that, it's $10. because Square Enix likes to charge lots of money for things. You also get a character change. It's an item called a Fantasia potion. You also get one if you get the collector's edition of Heavensward. I just have the regular edition. I can get the collector's edition, like digital perks, like the items and the mount and the Fantasia potion. It cost me $20, and I think I'm just gonna go that route. So, but I need $20. So who knows when I'm going to have the spare cash? Because I am saving for things that are going to happen, like school and real-life adventuring. But one day there will be an oh-rah Reki. If you want to play with me, though, I'm assuming that you're watching this far into the video because you're really excited for Final Fantasy, or you play it yourself, or something. Well, even though YouTube Analytics tells me that most people don't watch more than 10 minutes of a video. I guess I'm not that entertaining. But, anyways, as I was saying, if you're interested in playing with me, and I don't mind partying with random people, as long as they're not jackasses, but that's par for the course. I am on the Coral server on, I think it's the Aether data center? Something like that? I'm on the Coral world, so come hang out with me. North American servers, obviously, because I don't want to have 5 seconds of lag when I'm fighting Titan EX. Ugh. I'm kind of planning on doing every dungeon in this Let's Play, like including the low-level A Realm Reborn dungeons, because I have to level up Dark Knight, Machinist, and Astrologian somehow. So I figure we'll show them off on the Let's Play just to have the dungeons on record. If you want to watch really high-level play or walkthroughs of the level 50 dungeons, though, Nakatolili did a series called Dancing with Primals, which is pretty good. I enjoy watching his Final Fantasy XIV videos. And you should too. Check him out. Nakatolili. YouTube.com/Nakatolili, or however their URL system works. Nakatolili. That's enough shilling for a person who probably doesn't even know I exist. He's acknowledged my existence before, he's replied to my comments, but I'll stop being a tool now. So many people playing, and like literally servers went online in less than an hour at the time of the recording. A lot of people excited. I know people who pulled like 36-hour days that day just so they could play Heavensward as it released. I went to work today. I was leveling up with a friend, and then went to work, and then came back, and my friend still hadn't logged out. My shift was like 5 hours long, plus commute, so I was gone 7 hours. And he had been on all day before that. People were really excited about Heavensward. If I had that kind of time, I'd be doing that too. And I'd be a lot further on in my progression if I wasn't recording it, but hey, those are the kind of sacrifices you make. How long did Skyward Sword take me? A couple months. If I'd been playing that off camera, I would have been done in a week. But I suffered through it for you. I'm thinking about how my character's gonna look. Either the two designs I have. How, no matter what I choose, the character's not gonna look this way. I'm always pick human characters in games. Doesn't matter what game it is, MMO or not. If I have the choice, I almost always pick human. Because I am a human. And because usually there's something about other races that doesn't look right. In Final Fantasy races, it's the Rogadine. I don't like looking weird and gray, like a cement person or something. I'm not interested in being a cat person. I'm not interested in being a midget. And the Elezen, which are, these guys are all Elezen. You can tell by their cool elf ears. They're basically elves, that's why they're called Elezen. They have weird ears. So why not just be a human? I actually do have an elephant design for an alternate character. And I've grown to not hate elephant, but I may as well just be a human. So it'll be the first time I've really chosen a completely... I mean, they're just... The Orod just look like dudes, like humans with scales, and they have a tail, but it'll be the first time I picked a non-human race intentionally for not just dicking around purposes. It'll be really weird. I've definitely never, in all of my years of gaming, picked a character from Character Creator with a tail. Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to. Oh yeah, and here I screwed up and was just mashing through the dialogue, so I have freeze-framed it so you can read the dialogue. But this brings us to the end of the video. Hopefully you've been paying attention to the story and not my terrible rambling of me not knowing what to talk about. But hey, next time we'll tackle the Dark Knight stuff. So, thank you for watching, everybody. This episode 0 of Heavensward. I'll see you all next time. Bye.